Morning. So, bit of a different intro. I'm on a parts run this morning. It's Friday morning. We went to go and set the grain dryer up yesterday, and we've got a few things wrong with it. I've just come to Designations in Peterborough to get some pipes made up for the gas, because they're all rotted out and we just ended up leaking gas. And so I got them just made up. It's what, nearly 10 o'clock, 20 to 10 now. I've got to go and get a bearing for the loading auger, where you load into the dryer. Can't speak this morning. So this is absolutely knackered on it, and also I'll show you when you get back. Another bit's rusted out on the grain dryer, on the trough, where the water's sat and rusted out. So Dad's patching that up as we speak. So I'm on a bit of a parts mission, parts run and a parts hunt this morning to go and get pipe bearings and a few other bits for it, and yeah, we should be good to go later, fingers crossed. So we ain't done any combining in about, what, 3 days now. It's fantastic. Weather, we got rained off the other day. We got a bit of spring barley cut. Dad's spring barley, we only got about 2-3 acre left to cut, and then we've got another 60 acre of mine to do. So I'm off to find a bearing for this grain dryer. Like, went to go and start it yesterday and went to go fold it down. Like I say, I'll show you when I get back, and it's all sort of rusted and rotted out, which ain't fantastic. And yeah, just the weather has been absolutely pretty rubbish, absolute rubbish, but there you go. So just picked up the bearing, had it in stock as well. I did want a copper bush, but they didn't have that in stock, so we're gonna go back to the yard now. So we finished cutting this field the other day, that was on the video, and then we've half cut the other field that's just over there. These pipes here attached to this tripod here that goes onto these gas cylinders, and yeah, about knackered. And then the pipe that I took off as well from the grain dryer, that connects to the grain dryer and goes to the tripod, was knackered, so got a new one as well. Auger housing is off. Dad's still mending that in the other shed. We'll go and have a look. Just got to get one more of these off and then replace them all with the new ones that are in the van. She's seized. Oh dear. So I just did a little bit of filming of that, just show you that auger trough when Dad was cutting just then. That bit there was all rotted out because it folds up against the grain dryer. But even though the grain dryer was back there, it still just got damp, and yeah, the water's blew in on it. And I suppose it's coming from them slats, blowing in from that side. Just unlucky really, and it all just, when it was folded up, sat in the bottom there and had rusted that. But I got this off anyway in the vise. We'll start putting the new pipe on now. Shall I see if the famous hand click works. Ready? Good, sorted. Now got to reroute the new pipe from this point here. I think we're going to run it, push that back and run it down there and out instead of running it out there. These arrived the other day. Couldn't get a tank because apparently we don't use enough gas, so we've had bottles again delivered. Reroute that new pipe and then go see what Dad's up to. Fired it up this morning. This I think is the 4th batch we're putting through it today. So it's just loading up with the damp barley that's in that shed on a trailer, and then we can tip into here, and this is what we put on yesterday. You can see Dad's repair. We had to put all the springs, tension the springs back up. We made a neat repair there. And what this does is we tip the back up there, we tip the trailer out the chute, takes it up there, fires it up there, and then just dribbles it back constantly keeps ordering it back round, and then it's on gas, so there's a burner in there and it heats it up, and then we put it in there for about an hour and then cool it for half an hour, so turn the gas off and then it just circulates in there. Whether you can see at the top there, it's just screwing it back out. Dad's put a lot in that batch. You can see it just over the top, it's nearly full up. But by the time that's dry, you'll see it shrink down a little bit from the top. And then when we want to unload, we stream that auger bit down here and it unloads out of the chute, pack a trailer under there, and then go tip it in the wet shed. Taking some chaff out as well. You can see it's building up in there. Just keep emptying into that bucket there. So it's doing a couple of jobs at a time. It's cleaning the sample up at the same time. I'll tell you what, things can change pretty quickly on this farm. We're going to go and have a look at my spring barley, and yeah, alright, the headlands were a bit green and up the tram lines is a bit green, but if I waited for them I'd probably lose the whole field. So it's all fairly fit, so we're cutting. We got the headlands off one field. Dad's just making an opening now. Mum's emptying the second trailer load now, so I'm just going back down the field to get the other trailer, fattening trailer, and catch another tank full off Dad, hopefully. And we have got the neighbours, that cloud just over there. They're cutting. They've got a CR with I think a 30 foot header, or 35 foot header. And then there's us cutting just here with our little 15 foot header, but she's mighty. She's some combine, I tell you. Right, let's go and get in the tractor.
Definitely the outside that's why there's more green. Where with tramline, there's hardly any green, so from the rest of the field, it should be fine now.
Ah, that's all right then. Just parked my truck in the driveway, and there's the field. She's a shorter variety than what Dad's got, spring crop. This was LG Diablo, shorter straw. It's had growth regulator on it as well. Not so much straw, but same size heads on them. But they'll probably rake 2 into 1 on here just to make it worthwhile. Easier for the baler driver then. But I've got a bit of a slow puncture going on in this this tyre just here. We'll have to probably get that replaced Monday when it rains, but yeah, the straw's just smashing up a little bit more than Dad's spring barley. It must be the variety, but she's coming in at, what did I say, 13 and a half on our moisture meter, so we're having some of that. It's amazing how quick it's dried up really since that rain we had the other day. Especially these flat bits here. Way up, he's reversing, bunged up. I mean, today, Saturday, has been one of the best days. Well, in the morning it was nice and dry and windy, which is what's helped it today. It's still dry and windy, very windy, which is why the straw's going all over the place. It rained at 12 o'clock in Ramsey, which is just the town that way, but we never got no rain here. It sort of spitted about a bit, but yeah, she's coming in at 13, so that's going in the dry shed, and I hope we don't get no knocks on it for moisture. Shouldn't do at that. I don't know whether I said, but we took the headlands off both ends, and they've gone in the wet shed because they're a bit greener than the rest of the field. So that'll just go through the dryer, just one trailer load, and now we're going up and down. He seems to think that it's all right. So well, his light's on. It's not so green going up and down. So the boss man says, the man on the combine says, do not know whose playlist that is. Now, is it? Yeah, 9 o'clock. The sun's gone in, look. Which is a beauty of an evening, but sun's gone in. She'll be coming down damp in a short while. We'll perhaps have this trailer load, and then that'll be it. But there's another few acres knocked out while we can. But anyway, that's another video as well. So thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate the subscribers and the comments. Keep it coming, and we'll see you later. Thank you. Ta.